Hi, my name is Cole, and I'm here to walk you through how to set up your ProLUX headlight package. A headlight package comes in three parts, mainly the light itself, the control cable, and the ProLUX battery. When you're first putting your headlight package together, it's easiest to just put the headlight right onto the pair of loops right off the bat. Now, that's super easy. It's the easiest part of the whole process. You'll take your one end of your snap lock linkage arm system, and it's just going to slide right onto the front of the loops there. That's going to be the easiest part, and it's just going to slide right on there. Even if you have a different pair of loops that aren't from us and you have that mount system, you'll be able to slide it right on there. Next up is the control cable. This is going to be one of the trickier parts, but it's super easy once you do it. The best way that I recommend is taking that 45-degree angle part. That's the part that plugs into the headlight itself. And you're going to start on this side, take your loops there, and you're going to take that little rubber band thing that's on that cable, and you're going to, kind of like a needle and thread, you're going to run it with that temple arm going through that band. It's pretty stiff at first, but it's pretty stretchy. So once you get it on there, it'll stretch all the way around, and it keeps everything nice and secure to the loops. You just run this up the end of the arm until you get it where you need it, and then you'll be able to pull that cable all the way through. Depending on what frame you have is how many of these bands you're going to use. Some frames with longer arms or shorter arms may need one or both of those bands that are on there. But it kind of depends on what pair of loops you have, and I'm sure you'll be able to get it on there. Once you have that ran through, you'll take that little 45-degree piece and plug it into the back of the headlight. Give it a little bit of pressure until it snaps in place. Once you hear that click, it's ready to go. Now that you have that, you can take the other end of that cable, is also going to have two more of those bands, and you'll use those to keep the other end of that cable secure. Once you have that cable secure, you'll have the tactile control switch that's attached onto the control cable. This is what's going to operate the function of your battery and your headlight. As well as that, you have the battery itself, the ProLUX. You're going to take that 90-degree piece that has that little headphone jack on it, and you're going to plug that into that battery. Once it's plugged in, now the headlight system is going to be functioning. Once you have it plugged in and everything works, like I had mentioned, that little tactile button there is going to turn that on and off. What it will also do is operate the brightness setting on your battery. So as you hold that button down, it'll cycle through the 4 brightness settings that there are. And once you find that setting that you like, you let off that switch, it'll stay there at that brightness setting. So every time that you hit that on and off, it'll turn it onto that brightness. Additionally, if for whatever reason you need to use the button on the battery itself, it functions exactly as how the switch does. So yeah, there's your headlight package set up and ready to go.